Hello there. Here's a question for you today. What is the best way for you to share your faith with others? So stop scrolling and get ready for some good news in 7 minutes or less. Hi, I'm Pastor Jeremy, and this is your Less Than 7 Daily Bible, where it is my goal to give you some encouragement from the Bible in 7 minutes or less. I think every follower of Jesus wants to share their faith with others. We all know we should, but I think many of us struggle with how to do it. Now, there are a lot of strategies that people can use. My intent with this message today is not to say that any of those are incorrect. Rather, I'm just trying to help us all see how anyone and everyone can and should share their faith. So let's go to the Bible and let's pick back up in 1 Timothy. So 1 Timothy chapter 4, verse 11 says this: "Teach these things and insist that everyone learn them." Now, if we take this verse out of context, it can seem like a strong endorsement for pushy evangelism. That is where we push our faith on others whether they want it or not. However, I personally don't find that approach to be very effective. When we get pushy about our faith, we tend to push others away instead of inviting them in. So what should we do? Well, let's keep reading. Verse 12 says, "Don't let anyone think less of you because you are young. Be an example to all believers in what you say, in the way you live, in your love, your faith, and your purity." Obviously, that first line about being young applies to the young. But the second part about being an example applies to us all. So whether you are young or old or somewhere in between, the best way for you to teach others about Jesus is to be an example. Live the gospel out in your life. Let it be public and visible. And notice that Paul did not just leave it open-ended for young Timothy. He gave him 5 specific areas to be an example in what you say, the way you live, in your love, faith, and purity. So if we examine our own lives, it might be easy to assume we are a good example just because we're Christians. It's kind of like throwing a dart at the wall, then after the dart has hit the wall, drawing a circle around it and calling it a bullseye. But if we ask more specifically, is my purity an example that teaches others? Is my faith an example? Do I really love others in a way that is an example? How about my lifestyle and the words that I speak? All of these should be my tools to show Jesus as the Lord of my life. So here's my encouragement for you today. The best way for you to share your faith is to be an example. Take to heart these words from St. Francis of Assisi. Preach the gospel at all times. When necessary, use words. Remember that faith is the combination of your beliefs and your actions. It is not just a private matter that is solely between you and God. Real faith is visible for all to see. I hope this was helpful for you today. God bless you and have a wonderful day.